Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, what's love got to do? Got to do with it. What's love but a second-hand emotion?
I didn't think I would know any of the other words.
I got the end.
Dude, it's a sweet old-fashioned notion.
Yeah.
Come on.
God, fucking Tina Turner, dude.
God, one of the fucking best, if maybe not the best.
Greatest arms of all time.
Oh, yeah, she
had great arms.
jacked. I didn't even think about that.
Every time I think of her, I think of her arms.
Wow. Yeah, a woman with jacked arms is that's
Yeah.
a difficult thing to do. Well, welcome to Respectfully Podcast. I'm Andrea Allen.
I'm Lizzie Cassidy, and our guest today is a hilarious stand-up comedian. We love her so much. She's got a great Don't Tell comedy set out that I've watched 100 times. Everybody, please welcome to the show, Lea'h Sampson.
Hi. I'm on camera now?
Yeah.
You're on camera.
Okay, was I on camera the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay, so all my all these viewers,
Yeah.
all my black,
Well, it'll cut
the
to
black
you. It'll
people,
cut
they're
to
gonna be
you.
like, she didn't know the words. Okay, sorry.
Just be like, I didn't know if I was supposed to talk until I was introduced.
Yeah.
Hi.
This woman was piping her heart out, and
I know.
thought
I'm
maybe
just
I'd
like
give her
judging
space.
the whole.
It's
Sorry.
okay. I have that personality that does not get embarrassed really easily at
Yeah.
all. I have this like weird disease where no matter what happens,
It's called bipolar disorder.
Yeah, all right.
I
Yeah,
thought it was
yeah,
just being
yeah.
a white woman.
Yeah.
Y'all fearless.
Well, white women are one or the
sure.
other.
Very
We're either not embarrassed of anything or we're very ashamed of
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
those
yeah.
are
The
the two
Irish
different.
Catholic
I'm
is
about
like
to say yes.
Yeah.
shame. It's all shame.
Yes,
all
yes.
the time. And I'm that. I have that.
Yes.
yeah, and the wacky mentally ill Canadian
Yeah.
is just like
Whatever.
doing whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all own property. The Catholic gives you makes you a hoe actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is how it is for Baptists for the black community.
can
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's everyone that's Baptist. Three
all
kids.
of those like
three
religious
kids by middle school.
Yeah, all of those religious
Yes.
things are like they always just go the opposite way. I don't know how people who are still doing that haven't picked up on that.
Like, you guys still doing that?
I think they enjoy it at this
Yeah.
point. Like, we have
Sure.
Instagram. Like
Yeah.
you know what the
Fuck it.
fuck
I
is
mean,
going on.
everybody is into like the Catholic schoolgirl.
Yeah, of
thing.
course.
Pedophiles. You
Pedophiles.
fucking
You're
disgusting.
pedophiles.
Which is kind of
pedophiles.
irony, isn't it? Usually the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the time.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
usually the
that's
boys.
why that's the thing. It's like girls are like, what about us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When am I
Really
gonna get
cute.
molested?
Yeah.
Cut that.
It's gone.
Just kidding. Leave it in. I don't
Right.
care.
I mean, I grew up with zero religion, and I still have 2 abortions under my belt. So what's
Yeah.
my fucking
Anything
excuse?
can happen
money.
to anybody.
Yeah. Hey,
I know.
Planned Parenthood.
I know.
Period.
Great insurance. First
Right.
abortion, completely free. Took the train
Slay.
home.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got a margarita after.
Oh, that's
Love that.
nice.
Yeah.
I went to a place where it was BYOB, and I was like,
For your
all-
abortion?
After my yeah, I'm just
Bring
like
your own baby.
chugging my- yeah. I lost it on the way. No, it's like my friend was moving, and so we went to like a restaurant that was BYOB, and this is when I was a huge drunk, and I bought like a magnum of the
Yeah.
shittiest wine.
I think you get drunk after your abortion.
Completely, I dropped the wine in the elevator, and it just exploded
my
everywhere, and I
God.
was
That
like,
was the spirit of your baby.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I was like,
the elevator opens, you're crying.
And
You're
it's-
like, I lost my baby.
There's just something that looks like blood everywhere.
Oh wow.
And maybe there is a God because that was pretty biblical.
Well, I was offered the margarita after
By the doctor.
no, the therapist, because I was crying and she's like,
Yeah.
usually women don't do this. They're like, take her out, baby.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're like, but what if he becomes an NBA star? And she's like, it's not gonna happen.
Was
yeah.
this at Planned Parenthood?
No, this was at this little abortion clinic that's now like a bank in Austin. And
Capitalism.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. And then I felt kind of special because I felt like famous because they were like the Jehovah's Witnesses or whatever with the
Yeah.
signs and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like still gonna do it, but also I was just like, damn,
that would like influence my main character syndrome.
no, literally.
Yeah.
And my friend like of course you gotta go with a friend.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
She's like hiding me like I'm like
Yeah.
Michael
Sure,
Jackson
sure.
blanket. And
Like
she's
I don't want those people to exist. I don't want people to harass women who need abortions.
Right.
But if I'm gonna get one, I do kind of want them there.
Right.
Yeah, everybody needs to see. I was like, go on Facebook Live.
It's like, you know how like
it would be Facebook Live,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
Instagram.
Not
These are
Instagram, no.
crazy
These are losers.
people.
They're on
Yeah,
Facebook.
they're
yeah.
on Facebook. You know how like influencers and stuff, if they go to like a club, they'll like call the paparazzi to
Yeah, of
take
course.
photos. That would be
Yes.
me with the abortion
I'm
protesters.
doing that, by the
I'd be
way.
like, oh yeah, of course.
Let me get 2 more
I would
followers
call-
on Instagram.
I'd call the abortion
baby.
protesters and the paparazzi. Be
Yes.
like, take pictures of me ignoring them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that used to be the new like back in the day when they used to like Britney Spears and all those girls would like show their panties. Like
Yes.
that used to be the
Yeah.
new like wave of like us
Totally.
leaving the abortion
Yeah.
clinic
Totally.
and
Yeah,
with, like,
you have like a
pina
blazer
colada.
over your
Yeah.
head. Like,
but a fan also.
who, me?
Yeah.
and some Uggs.
I would
yeah.
never.
Oh, God. God, you just brought me back. I mean, I went to Planned Parenthood for the first one, and they had a counselor there, and they kept being like, "So birth control," and I was like, "No, I don't like birth control," and they were like, "Well, obviously, bitch."
Yeah, they were like, we picked up on that.
Yeah. And then they kept pushing the birth control because they were like, "Okay, but you're like a whore, so like, please take the birth control."
Right.
And they were like not comforting at all. It was just them being like, all right, but seriously, it's time for you to.
Well, I think that's kind of like, you know, if your like house burns down, the fire department puts out the fire, and then they're like, you should own a fire extinguisher.
It's like, but then you won't have a job.
Yeah.
They're like, we are willing to help you, but let's maybe avoid this problem. It's so funny you being like, all they wanted to do was put me on birth control while I was getting my abortion.
It was a little bit not their business, is all I'm saying.
Right, they had one job.
Yeah. I mean, I was also 18, so I think when you're like young like that,
You were an adult.
Yeah.
You were grown.
I agree.
You
I got put on
were
birth
fine.
control when I was like 14. A gynecologist took one look at me and was like, take the pill. Take the pill. It's once a day. It'll be fine.
My mom wouldn't let me get on birth control because if I was, that meant I was fucking.
Yeah.
I remember she wouldn't let me shave my vagina.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Isn't that crazy?
My mom,
So
my
she
mom
found-
at first wouldn't let me shave my legs.
Yeah.
But I went to like a school with a uniform, so I had to like be like, I'm getting made fun of because I had to wear a skirt every day.
Oh.
But I was just like,
I've never grown leg. I'm like an Asian man from like.
I don't really grow leg hair either, but
pussy down.
everybody
Like,
was
I
doing it.
I have no hair that grows in my legs, but the coochie, yes, definitely. And my mom found out because shows you how much she loves me. Okay.
We're doing a reset. Yeah, of my babies. Go ahead.
My mom found out that I was shaving my cooter in I think high school was because I had a variant cyst rupture. And at school, that's why I discovered I had a period and a vagina like all at the same time.
What a
bad
nightmare.
Right.
Yeah.
It was, and I had my little boyfriend with me, and I was like, "This is womanhood," and so that was
Yeah.
kind of cool because he stayed with me. I was like, "Come on,
Cute.
what a man!"
Yeah.
I think he's like gay now, but which explains a
That
lot.
is
It explains
why.
a lot.
Yeah, I
You
was
know,
like,
I
oh,
must
empathy.
protect
I was like one of
her.
the only good men.
Right.
And it's like,
yes.
yeah.
And so, I wake up, you pass out, I wake up, and I'm in the hospital bed, and my mom is there, and the doctor's talking, and then he leaves. Obviously, they like examined my stuff or whatever. And she's just looking at me, and I'm like, "Are you mad that I'm alive still?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why?" And she's like, "So you have a bare vagina?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's the thing?
yeah. And I was like, she's like, "So why are you shaving your pussy?"
Yeah.
I was like, I almost died because
Yeah.
of it. Like,
Yeah.
I was like definitely getting fingered and shit in the foyer, but like
Shit, fingered in the
foyer.
foyer.
You know what I'm saying? Like, little hand job at,
Yeah.
the movie theater. Those were the days.
But that's important
Those
for
were
your
the days,
development.
and that was enough. And that was enough.
Remember the days when foreplay was sex?
That was it, and that was enough. And it was enough. And it was
What
enough.
I'd give
And they stayed with
To
you.
feel that
What I
strongly.
stayed
and
with
they
you.
stay with you
And
for
then
a
cheat on
hand
you.
job.
Yes.
What
a
I
dry
would
one.
Oh my God, dry humping.
I still do dry humping.
Dry humping.
I'm like,
dry
we must
humping
in
is like
this
the
household.
peak of like women's sexuality.
I wore Gap jeans just
Yes.
so I could
Yeah.
keep a man.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, that friction.
And now I have to be like, you want to do something crazy?
Laundry's
Keep our
done.
jeans on.
Yeah, what if you had like a lightning bolt on your pussy? That would be even
Yeah.
funnier.
No, right? She should be happy that I wasn't like artistic at
Yeah.
the time. Because I was a theater kid too, so I really should have showed the fuck out, but I didn't.
Yeah.
A crucifix?
Yeah.
Come
Type-
on.
And I shaved it, but here's the thing, to this day though, because of that, I don't shave my shit bald.
Yeah.
Because one, that's fucking weird. I feel like
Yeah,
I don't
totally.
I don't want my pussy to like look for real little bill. Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Caillou coochie. That's crazy.
Yeah, no.
But I only did that because the guy that I was dating, and he didn't know any better because he
Yeah.
was gay.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, women should have a bald pussy."
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
and I love when it's
and I
bald.
love when it's bald, and I love it.
He's like, you know what would slay?
He's in eyelash extensions.
Yes.
I love that outfit.
You know what would really be cunty? If like you just like fully shave your cunt.
and like you blow me, but that's all.
No eye
That's
contact.
actually it. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So I would like fucking steal my older sister's razors and just like
Yeah.
peel. Like my lips are that big, by the way. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I was doing.
We love
I
big
was,
lips here.
I was, and so just scraping, like,
It hurts.
And I cut myself, like, because I'm 12 at the time. I don't fucking know what
It
I'm
is
doing.
like, I wish there was a way for us to be taught how to do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm convinced I'm still not sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I used to nair it and get myself a chemical burn.
I still,
Oh, fuck.
I still use Nair.
Permed the pussy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I have to admit that I still use Nair on my
I know you
my
do.
butt
Is it
crack.
on your shit?
You shouldn't.
But
You shouldn't.
But you can.
But you can, and it works.
Is it?
Oh, I'm just a stuck-up bitch now. I'm like, I don't care anymore because like
Yeah.
a man
Yeah.
likes whatever, and at this point, I'm just like, oh, my wax lady died, you know, like I have to just like, and they're like, we don't give a fuck, you know, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm like, I'm not shaving it.
I know. I'm like once a
Not.
month I Nair everything off, and then I'm like, however
Nah,
it grows
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Don't leave it on for too long,
Right.
Don't leave it on
Because
too
that
long.
hurts.
Don't get it
That's
around
bad.
the big lips.
Well, have you
know?
ever got any yeast infection from that? Because I
Not
thought
from
about it,
that.
but that's
No.
what I've wanted.
No,
from
no.
No.
Okay. Oh.
So yeah, one time there
That's
was a
what my
little.
fear.
In fact, there have been times when I've had the feeling of like I'm about to get a yeast infection,
Right.
and then I've done it and it's gone away.
We're
think
like
it kills
QAnon,
everything. It, like,
like
kills
supplements
hair and
girls
everything.
here. We're like
Yeah.
use Nair for your like hygiene needs.
Yeah, I'm gonna say publicly, I would like to say
Yeah.
don't, but privately it works.
I once left a little too much around the edge and forgot about it, and then I had sex with a guy and I burned his dick.
Yeah, that'll happen.
But he was cheating on me, so kind of like retroactive
Yeah,
slay.
fun.
I was like,
That
"Oh."
is so epic.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I love that. Wait, so it didn't burn you, but it burned him.
It burned him.
Fuck yeah.
My pussy was like, rebelling.
The ring
on
of
my
fire.
behalf. Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that.
I'm wearing a shirt that says "I hope your abuser dies."
Yeah.
I'm feeling wild
my God.
Send me that
today.
shirt. I was like, that's gonna send her into almost a manic episode the first time she puts it on.
Yeah, I'm feeling crazy.
I love that.
Well,
speaking
let's
of
get into
crazy.
our first little seg here.
Yes.
This is something that I've been mad about for my whole life.
Yep.
Respectfully, if you and all your friends are in relationships, love that for you, so happy for you. I guarantee that you are treating your one or two single friends badly and unfairly. And I will make a case for this. When you all go on your little group chat vacation, okay? It's 12 people, everybody's sharing an Airbnb. You make the single person take the fucking couch so that all of you can sleep together,
Yeah.
even though that person had to pay in a way twice as much as the
Right,
rest
yeah.
of you.
Right.
Okay, there's one. The other one, you're not giving them a +1 to your fucking wedding.
Right.
So now they're alone, even though everybody else gets to go as a group. Everybody's going as a couple. Everybody has a built-in little sidekick that they get to
Yeah.
take to the wedding, except for your single friend. I'm not single anymore, but I hate this.
Yeah.
Like, it's so, especially single women, it's so unfair the way that they're expected to just like do everything by themselves.
Yeah, and they have to sit with Uncle Greg at the wedding.
Right.
Yeah, because
Or like the kids table.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It's gross. I hate it. And also, the other side of this is your single friends have to go to your bachelorette party. They have
Yeah.
to go to your baby shower.
See.
They have to go to everything. They have to spend all this fucking money to go to Nashville for your bachelorette party, which, by the way, nobody has ever actually wanted to do.
Nope.
No.
If you had a bachelor party in Nashville, consider your friends really good people for going to that because
Liars.
nobody has ever wanted to go to that.
Yeah.
They have to shell out all this fucking money for you. And then by the time they get married, if they do, which they don't have to,
Right.
by the time they do, you're like, well, the kids. Well, we can't go because of the
Right.
kids.
Oh, you're right.
Well, we can't go because of Greg's work.
right.
Greg's work?
Yeah.
Right.
I went to fucking everything for you.
As a comedian with no money.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I'm not spending money on anything that requires a man that I'm not fucking.
Yes.
So like if I am the single bridesmaid person, slave, whatever,
Yeah.
I gotta at least see his dick. I gotta at least like
Yeah.
know
Give me
that-
something. Let me
you know what I'm
fuck. Let me
saying?
fuck your fiance.
Be-
if you want me to come to the
right. No,
party.
truly, because y'all ain't married yet.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know about y'all, but you know, in the church they say if you ain't got no ring on, that ain't your man. So
Baby, don't listen to that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I teach his own.
Yeah.
No, but you have one.
Yeah.
I should be
You have
saying
a
don't
husband?
listen to
Yeah,
this.
I got a
You
husband.
have a husband. You have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're here
Yeah.
fucking. We were the single. I dated in
this
New York
is-
since I was 18. I have been the single
Yes.
person.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so I should cuff one of these hoes I'm talking to right now.
Yeah.
I just be with them.
It's getting cold.
It's
Yeah.
getting cold.
It's
getting
getting
cold.
cold.
Them.
Release
New York's
them in the spring.
expensive.
I know.
I need somebody to split my rent with.
True,
You
he's
know.
really
Also, I
cute.
like love my boyfriend or whatever. But
Aww.
I'm, I have a microphone in front of me.
Yeah.
But also, I'd really like to split the rent, and I think he knows that.
That's
Yeah. I also think the single people, on top of being having to pay for everything, get that condescension from all the people. Who
Yeah,
are
the
in a
toxic
couple.
positivity.
Yeah, you're
gonna find someone.
Yeah. See, here's my thing. I don't give a fuck. Call me whatever. Every time I see a woman spending money, including myself, if I see my reflection, I think is an abomination.
Yeah.
I don't, single or not, we shouldn't be paying for anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's my other point. It's like, not only does this person have to like pay more to go on this couple's vacation that you're making them go on, she's also paying all her own fucking bills.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's the only one in this friend group who is. So she shouldn't have to do
Bought
all
her
of
own
this.
ticket, all that shit.
Yes.
Paid for everything.
And every day she's the only one taking care of herself. Her life is already harder.
And
Don't
then-
make her sleep on the fucking pull-out couch.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
And then y'all are mad because she's the alcoholic on the trip.
Right.
Yeah.
Come
She's
on.
sad.
right, duh.
It's a cry for help.
Yeah.
Let her do it.
That's weird. I don't have that many friends. My friends know better.
that-
Like,
yeah,
they-
my friends know better.
They know
too.
I've
better
never
than
personally experienced this because we don't hang out with like women whose whole
like psychopaths.
yeah, we also
yeah.
don't hang out with women whose like whole thing is
That's
getting
wild.
married.
Yeah.
I would
you
never.
know?
I would never.
But I know these women. I grew up with these women,
Yeah.
so I like see it.
Sure,
I see
yeah.
the pictures on social media where there's like one girl sorority squatting in the front because everyone else is posing with their
For
man.
her, man,
Yes.
that's crazy.
I had annoying friends in high school.
Yeah.
And then I moved.
Yeah.
Right.
And now
you
But
grew
not
up.
everybody
Yeah.
did.
You became
Yeah.
a fucking adult.
You're right.
Yeah.
I would never do that. If I got married, really, I would want shit to be very secret. I want to
Yeah.
get married like in a basement. Like I
Love
would.
that.
I went to City Hall.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then if y'all want to come through with like PBRs and shit or
Yeah.
whatever, like
Yeah.
and y'all want to like kick it at the Applebee's in Times Square.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
See, here's the thing. I want to have like the like wedding thing, but just because I like dresses and parties.
Drama, yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yes,
love
yes,
drama.
yeah.
I want to get
I'm
I
down
want to
for
get my
that.
aunts and uncles and every comedian I've ever known in a room with an open
That's
bar.
what I did. You
That's
saw my
funny.
That's
Funny.
the best.
That's funny.
the best.
Oh, when someone gets in a fight at your wedding, you're like watching it like,
Yes.
woo, you're gonna break up.
I
But
love that.
But there's a huge difference between being like doing it for that reason and being the person who's like, it's my day. you
No,
know?
I'm just like, I just want to like have diarrhea, fuck up my dress, and
Yeah.
have my man leave me.
You don't
in
think
the
I
next
had
love that.
diarrhea the entire? I had
I think I
rolling
would.
diarrhea the whole weekend.
Really?
I was so anxious, not
Right,
because I
for
was
sure.
like, "This is my day." I was like, my uncle and my
Yeah.
brother
Right,
and this and
yes.
these two gotta fucking
And then
stay
the
away
ex
from
might
each
pop up,
other.
the ex in,
Yeah.
like fourth grade.
I've thought
Yeah.
about this before because when I get very anxious, I can't poop.
Yeah.
And I've always been like, I'm not gonna be able to poop on my wedding day.
No, you're not.
And then I'm gonna be like bloated and not hungry. That sucks.
Yeah.
I just don't think I'm gonna care that much.
Yeah.
Is that shitty?
I think
No.
Well,
No
like
pun
Andrea was
intended.
saying, the thing I'll care about is like these people are both gonna be like, I don't. It's more like I'd be nervous the way that like you're nervous for any sort of like
When friend
bringing
groups come
friend
together.
Really,
Yeah.
I'm such a
Yeah.
diva. I just want to like his part of the family, especially the ones that like probably won't speak English. I just want them to see me be like, yeah, he beat all y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
He did that.
Yeah.
Now fireworks. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so in my own world. I don't give a fuck
love
about who
that.
falls or whatever.
I wish that I felt that way, and
Yeah.
I kind of
Yeah.
did,
Well,
but
you
I
didn't wait long enough like me. I'm 30 now, so I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna get married probably like
I'm
maybe, like
35.
next week or something.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
35.
when did you get married?
like a few months
a few
ago.
months ago.
Oh,
yeah.
well, shit.
Yeah.
How long did you know him though?
3 years.
Okay, that's different. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm trying to do it quick.
I asked him. I was
I'm
like,
trying to go
"Let's
quick."
go. You're 45. What are
Oh,
we
yeah.
doing
Yeah.
here?"
He's
You
like, I
have
need to
30
graduate.
minutes.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. He
no.
already as a kid. I'm like, let's have a party.
Cool.
Yeah.
But I didn't have bridesmaids. I didn't make any of my bitches from different countries.
Yes.
No,
come
literally
for
from
any
fucking different
stupid
countries
parties.
just come out to one spot.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
fucking
so
do
much money.
speeches.
That's so
And
much money.
like she has to buy a dress that you like.
Yeah.
And that's your color. The color.
Yeah.
The color.
I'm gonna
of
make
the
you wear
theme.
teal. No.
No.
I do kind of respect bitches who make their bridesmaids wear an ugly dress.
Dude,
I
you're
think
gonna
it's
make me
kind
wear
of-
something so gross, aren't
No,
you?
no. No, I'm not like that. But I do think it's funny when that happens. I wouldn't do that because I think it'll ruin the pictures.
Sure. Right.
Yep.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
don't want your
right.
ugly dress in my
Right.
pictures.
Yeah.
But I do think like you can tell when like a bride's friends are all hotter than her. Those dresses are ugly.
Yeah.
Question:
Yeah.
How would you feel? Because I have a friend that this actually happened to, and it was a whole thing, and I'm totally on her side. How would you feel if you got married and one of your bridesmaids didn't want to wear a bra with the dress? So obviously,
It depends on what her boobs are like.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
She have distractingly
Yeah.
good boobs. Is that the
right,
case?
or were they
Yeah.
kind of like,
Yeah.
If you
or
have
if she has like such small boobs that like I have some friends who are like legitimately flat chested.
Right.
So if they were like, I don't want to wear a bra, I'd be like, well, nobody's gonna know.
Yeah.
Like nobody's
Like,
gonna be
oh,
able to
bless her
tell.
heart.
So like that's one thing.
I have fake tits for this exact reason, by the way, because I had bless her heart tits.
Yeah, bless her heart.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
also, like-
they were tough.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
brutal. Yeah.
But also, if I have a
Yeah.
friend that has rockin' tits and she's like, I'm not gonna wear a bra to your wedding, I'd be like, relax.
I'd be like,
Hey,
chill out.
relax.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That'd be the I put my tits away for your wedding out of respect.
My friend, I don't know if she'll be mad about this, but Jasmine Ellis, she's a great fucking stand-up. You may have heard of her, but she was like, "Am I wrong for?" Because one of her bridesmaids didn't want to wear a bra. I was like, "No, like,
No.
I think that's like."
I mean, also like if
I
you're
want my
already
husband looking at your tits.
No, like,
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah.
gonna look at your tits.
Yeah, yeah,
Everyone's
yeah.
gonna see
That's the
that.
thing, like-
and it's my tits.
yeah,
there's
it's your
like,
tits.
there's
day.
also a thing where it's like it is kind of distracting.
Yeah.
you
It
know?
is.
Like
And if it's cold,
Yeah.
and if it's cold,
then that's
God
the whole
forbid
thing.
it's cold.
Right.
all my in-laws, especially the men, are like horny baseline. They're
Yeah.
very
Is it Italian?
They're
Well,
very.
they're
They're. I don't even know what they are. They're Ohio. They're like very
Oh,
Ohio.
They're related. They're cousins.
Ye-
Well,
ki-
you said uncle, but like they
blue
they like
collar,
everything,
ripping
yeah.
cigs, very fun. And one of them, Uncle Tony, like could not handle his shit because it was
Yeah.
all like hot New York City bitches.
Yeah.
He's like,
Nobody's
I've never,
Uncle Tony ever can.
dude. Uncle Tony was losing.
Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tony fucking when he saw
with the
me, he
shits.
kept going to Dan, being like, "Wow, that's a woman," and Dan's like, "All right,
Yeah.
she is my wife." But Uncle
Right.
Tony was so enamored by Courtney McGinnis, friend of the pod,
Hilarious.
that he kept being like, "You're like Stevie Nicks. You're just though. You're
She's
like
sitting next
Stevie."
to her husband.
Tony's just like ripping. My mom and Uncle Tony were smoking weed. I was like, "This is a
Ooh,
fucking
in public.
This is on the
Fun.
street, on the streets. Yes, people were kind of making
Colorado.
moves.
Columbus or Ohio. Yeah. I just
Yeah,
thought, okay.
yeah, no, Ohio
matter.
goes.
I just love all the places where white people like
Yeah.
do that.
yeah, oh yeah,
And
Ohio.
it's like, okay.
they go hard.
Yeah.
My husband's funeral, his dad was wearing like a fucking fleece shirt, and they all were just like ripping.
In the
Wait, you said your
casket?
husband's funeral.
Sorry,
Your
sorry,
husband's
sorry, sorry,
husband's
sorry.
father.
Dad's funeral,
I was like,
yeah.
you say he's 45, not 46.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, what?
He still got his hair.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
No, they were like in plaid shirts, all just like fucking shotgunning beers
fun.
and ripping
Cute.
cigs, and they're
It's
fun
fun to be
people.
white trash. I also, about the thing we were talking about originally, I'll also say this. I am not single anymore. You're not single anymore. I don't know how.
I'm pending.
I don't know. And you're pending.
Don't
and
disrespect me. I'm
I,
pending.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens.
And we're like, you're single.
Like, you're sad.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking.
I get it. Yeah. I was just going to say, I don't know what happens to people's brains where they like forget what it was like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I feel that.
Like, I
Yeah,
don't get
yeah,
people
yeah.
who are like disregarding their single friends and like
Right.
making them do more shit than other
Right.
people.
Yes.
Right.
I will always be on the side of single
Me too,
women because
for sure.
I've been one. It doesn't matter. Like if I'm with my boyfriend for the rest of my life, I'll still be like, don't fucking
Don't talk to her like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Leave her out of this. She's trying her best.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know? She lives in
Especially-
a studio apartment. And when she gets a cold, she's the only one there.
Right?
Yes.
Hungover. Who's gonna feed the
Yes.
dog? She can't.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah, and,
Leave her
I,
alone.
that's why my friends, all my friends are from Texas, so they're all married and all this stuff now, and kids. I love them, and they know that, but I just feel like I should distance myself.
I don't fuck with
Be-
that.
Because I
Yeah.
had one friend,
Yeah.
bless her. I mean, this is my sister, but also it's like she got mad at me because she was like, and mind you, at this point, she got her husband, second marriage, family,
I love the
dogs,
balls of second
right?
marriage.
She's like, I just feel like, and we've been friends since high school.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I just feel like you're not being a good friend to me, and da 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 da. And I'm like,
don't like this.
Mind you, this was me moving to Austin
Yeah.
by myself,
Yes.
living by myself, trying
Yes.
to
Doing comedy.
starting comedy,
Doing something so
3
fucking
fucking
hard.
jobs,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
being harassed every fucking night at
course.
mics and
Yes.
shit. And I'm
Yeah.
like, girl, I love that you got some fucking like quality dick in your life that's taking care of
And
shit.
you're
You
comfortable.
and you're comfortable, and none of your dogs have diabetes, and they're
Love
fucking
that.
good.
Yeah.
Like that's great. Like one piece too much, it's fine. We can, but
I'm drowning.
I'm
Yes.
literally
Yeah.
drowning. I'm like,
and now I have to also check in on you.
check in on
Yes.
you.
You married someone who's now his
I'm
job
like,
is
I
to check in
can't,
on you.
I cannot. And so we're good now. We talked about it, but I felt like really shitty about that for a
Yeah.
while, and I still do to this day. I'm like, maybe I should check up on her that she's pregnant. Maybe I should send like.
But also, this is what I'm
feel me?
saying
Like,
about the thing where it's like we're expected to go to the baby
girl, love you.
shower, we're expected to go to the bachelorette. It's
I
like,
can't.
it's like now also we're expected to like check in on these major life events. What about my major life events?
Yes.
Like just because I'm single in this scenario,
Ooh, talk
it's
that
like
shit.
Yeah.
it's like now my birthday doesn't
I got a
matter.
don't tell set.
No, I've got nothing from
know,
anyone.
same.
From anyone, but I have to be at the baby shower. I have to be
That's
at
what I'm
the
saying.
gender reveal. I have to be at the.
You don't come to my big milestones. You don't reach out about my, and
no.
also you don't check in on me when
Never.
I don't have. I'm
Never.
doing this by myself.
Yes.
I'm the one who needs checking in on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Literally.
Like you have a whole support system because you married a support system.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you have family. Like I'm a comedian. Obviously, we don't have
Yes,
family.
exactly.
And if we do, we're
Famously
not
dead
cool.
dads.
Yeah.
Mine's to me, but like
Yeah.
But
mine
just
was-
reconnected with
Count
him
it.
this Thanksgiving.
Oh, love
yeah,
that.
he texted me today. I left him on red because like slow your roll.
Let's not get too
Let's get-
comfortable here.
Calm down.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's like no, I don't even like the worlds are different.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
world is, and
Well,
I just think that's so not fair.
I feel like this is what always happens to like the person who leaves,
Yes.
the person who moves,
Yes.
the person
Who dyes their hair
Lana Del
black
Rey.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
gets an abortion.
Yeah,
like-
okay,
right.
now I'm different
the
than
person
you.
who doesn't
Right.
take like the path of like go to college, get married,
Right.
get a job as a nurse.
right.
Like,
Oh, every time.
the
And be a
person who
total
doesn't
fucking
do
bitch
that,
about it.
EMT, nurse,
everybody
esthetician,
like
real estate
villainizes
agent.
you.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, so now
Yeah.
you're like too Hollywood to
Yeah,
reach
and
out,
I
and it's
am.
like, yes.
And
And
I
you should be
am.
happy
No,
to have
it's
a
like-
Hollywood friend.
Yes.
Come to New York.
I say that all
You
the
have a place
time.
to
Use me,
stay.
bitch.
Yeah.
Literally.
Use that husband to get you a fucking plane ticket. Come stay with
Yes.
me in Manhattan.
Yeah, and cheat
let's
on your
fucking
husband.
rave. And I won't say shit, bitch.
No
I
one
don't know his
else.
name.
Yes.
I'm cool.
I
Like
don't-
it's crazy to me.
I
It's
don't
also
know
like
him.
it's
Such a
like,
fumble.
yeah, I am too Hollywood to text you, and by that I mean busy.
Yeah.
like I am fucking busy all the time.
I'm not breastfeeding you. I'm breastfeeding this man that can get me a fucking
Thank
career.
you.
Like that's what I'm
Thank
doing.
you.
Like because that's his thing. That's what
Yes,
they do,
and they love it.
they love being breastfed. Yeah, they like that shit.
I was so mean to one of these girls because I went to college. I went to college alone in New York City. It's the most alienating,
I did the same
lonely
thing, yeah.
I'd ever
Couldn't
been.
imagine.
I was like going to bars alone, trying to like be friends
Right,
with
right,
women.
right.
I'd be like, "Can I buy you a drink?" And they would be like, "Yuck." And I'd be like, "No, not sexually. I have no
Right.
one."
Yeah.
No,
which
literally.
is so sad.
Literally.
Yeah.
But this girl who went to college in Montreal, I visited her twice. This bitch never came up to New York, and she was doing this. She'd write on my Facebook, that's aging me, like, "Oh my God, you stupid slut in New York," like mean because I
Yeah.
was better than her. One day she sent me a text. I like was getting off Union Square. I remember just calling her, being like, "Enough with the fucking Facebook comments."
For
And
real.
I've got you. I like absolutely popped off. And then the council of basic bitches from my high school had to be like, you made Christine cry,
Yeah.
and you really need to like talk to her. And I sent this bitch flowers.
Also, it's like, can I
even
just
though
say
you've been
this?
calling
Good
me
for
a slut on the
you.
internet
Good
for
for
like
you.
6
I'm getting out of that
months.
era.
Also, like I
I was
made
too young.
Christine cry.
Yeah, good for
Yeah.
you.
I made Christine cry. It was the first time she cried in 6 months. I cry every day because
Right,
I'm 18
right,
and I live
yes,
in New York.
yes.
Literally, I was like, "Is she kill herself?" I was like, because I thought about doing it every day.
Yes,
like,
I'm
what
pregnant.
What are we doing?
I dropped
Literally.
the wine.
Yeah, what
my,
we do-
my gay friend's moving to Paris, and he's all I had.
no!
He's all I
Now
had.
you're
Your
gonna
gay
dress
friend
terribly for the next
loves
6
moving to
months.
Paris.
Yeah, bad highlights.
Well, and okay, and here's my thing. I like that you said that because, like, when my friend told me that, I was on the toilet when she called me with that. I was
Yeah.
on no, she sent me a text message, and I was on the toilet, and I just started crying.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm such a shitty fucking
I know.
friend. But like now, I'm like, what?
I know.
I
Like,
know. The phone goes both ways.
It does.
I
And
don't call you enough. Fucking call me. What are you talking
How about
about?
you
Yeah.
eat my ass?
Yes.
Yes.
And then I'll remember to call you.
Yes.
Because you
Yeah.
never forget the people that eat your ass.
Dude.
And we're friends, so it's not gay. You know, it's like just,
It's just nice.
Yeah.
it's just nice.
It's fucking self-care.
Oh, man, I swear. This is changing my whole life.
Dude, this
Because I thought
is-
I was the bad guy.
No, you're
No,
not the
you're
bad
I really
guy.
did.
You're
I
not
really
the
was
bad
like,
guy.
I'm too famous.
Yeah.
People
for
need to
my
think about
friends.
like your baseline comfort level
Yeah.
versus the other people in your life and then the demands you're making of them.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like if one of your friends doesn't have a support system, doesn't have
Right,
have
right.
like a career with a salary,
Right.
doesn't have these like luxuries that you don't even notice you have, and then you're putting friendship demands on them. Think about how
Girl.
demanding their fucking life is,
Yeah.
dude. Like they're not, this isn't about you.
Yeah.
Everything's not fucking about you all the time. I'm trying to keep my head above water here.
Well, and I've noticed the friends that I have now that are like my bitches, like
Yeah.
ride or dies, we're kind of doing the same thing. And that's why I've kind of noticed
Yes.
you gotta be, if you're gonna have like a good support friend group,
Yeah.
those girls are good. The House on the Prairie friends, those are fine. But the ones that are like
Christine,
you know what I'm saying? The Rebecca's okay, have fun on your farm, bitch. I'm over here in the
Congratulations
streets,
on your nuptials, Emily.
Yeah, like my friend, she's a tattoo artist. So she's same kind of, and I have another friend, she's like a pilot, but she's doing all this, and it's like, those are the friends that like, they check up on me. Yeah. And they're like, I'm trying to die. Are you trying to
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you?
Hey,
yes. Well, yeah, but we're not like
die.
We're like that. We're gonna. Okay.
Yeah, those are like the friends that you call and you're like, I'm not gonna kill myself, but I would like welcome being struck by a bus.
Would be good.
It's like if I choked on a piece of chicken.
It's it.
Am
I choked on a piece of steak once, and it was almost the end.
And you were like, baby, was it Wagyu?
Yeah.
I would have just kept dying.
It wasn't the best.
It wasn't
the best quality.
I'd love to be found with a piece of
At a
Wagyu
K-pot?
steak.
Just like hanging out of your mouth.
Everybody, they pull it out. They're like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Her comedy career is actually going better than we thought.
Okay.
This is another thing that fucking pisses me off is I have so many, I'm 35, so I have a lot of women in my life now that have built really impressive careers, have been through some real fucking shit. Like my friend Bianca, oh my God. Her fiance left her in the middle of the night. Her apartment burned down. She had cancer during a pandemic. She had a bone marrow transplant during like the heat of the pandemic. And now she's like finally being like, maybe I can date again. And also like she has this crazy life experience. Like we're in our 30s. People have had cancer, but like how do you be like on Hinge being like, yeah, so I had like crazy leukemia,
Well, I will say this. I think like that makes it harder to date in general, but then also like when you do meet a good person, it's like you figure it out faster.
Yeah.
Like the reason I say this is because I met my boyfriend 3 weeks after one of my best friends died.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was like, oh my God, I'm going on a first date. Like all I'm thinking about is my fucking dead friend. Why am I doing this? But I was also like, but I have to like start living my life again at some point, you know, whatever. And I went on this date and I was like, I'm not going to bring it up, even though it's all I'm thinking about. I'm just going to like talk to some fucking guy from Hinge. And I like didn't want to go. I didn't wear makeup. I had my hair in a bun, whatever. And then the date ended up being like 4 hours. And on like the fourth hour, I was like, anyway, my best friend died 3 weeks ago. And he was cool about it. And that's why I was like, oh, you're worth knowing. You're like you're like a person worth dating. So I do think it's like both things are true. You know, like it makes most of it harder, but it's also like, when
it eliminates immediately bullshitters. But the thing about these women, I have another woman who like went through an really abusive relationship for years. She doesn't even like, they chose not to date. The fucking confusion that these Rebeccas have about women who are like, I can't date. I need space in my life. And I'm going through some real fucking shit and I can't be your mommy right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, well, maybe you could go on. And I'm like, don't tell them to date. They don't want to.
They literally
Why do
will
you
be like,
keep telling them
be
to
like,
date?
I'm not interested
Men?
Yeah,
out of all things.
They'll be like, I'm not interested in being in a relationship. And these women are like, but you'll find someone. And it's like, she just fucking said she doesn't want to.
Anybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
also, I would say this, like, even those women get it from people who have had like difficult lives and don't want to date because of that. But also like, God forbid you're just fucking busy.
Right.
Because that they don't even see as like a real reason.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, well, if you want a husband, you have to treat dating like a full-time job.
Right.
Which I have a full-time job.
Yeah.
Or the whole like, well, you just been choosing the wrong people. Do you think if I knew that he was a fucking murderer,
Thank you.
that we would have went to fucking Chili's?
Thank you.
That's just victim blaming.
Isn't that I think
I'm
that is
choosing
the crazy.
the wrong people?
When people say that, I want to fucking tussle.
I'm
That
choosing
is
the
the
wrong
craziest
people
shit to tell somebody.
Yeah. I'm choosing the wrong people. That's interesting because your husband sucks.
Yes.
You
No,
married him.
your husband
Your
does suck,
husband
actually.
grabbed
You
my
married
ass.
him.
Yeah.
You married him, but I choose the wrong
Wrong
people.
people.
You share your bank account with the wrong person.
Yeah.
I share body parts with the wrong people.
Yes.
I'm not sharing my life.
Thank you.
Okay? There's
Yeah.
a big fucking difference. And I have a right to do that.
That should be
That's a
that should be
t-shirt.
tattooed on my forehead.
Well, I have
Clock
the
it.
shirt. I hope your abuser dies, and then I'm getting I share body parts with the wrong people as well.
I was gonna. How graphic can I get?
As
say
graphic
whatever
as
you
you
I
want.
was gonna like make a. I'm actually I should put it on camera because if somebody else comes out with it, there's proof there.
Trademark it.
It's I was gonna make this merch. I was gonna make bags that have diamonds, and it's gonna say, my rapist killed himself.
Oh yes.
Fine. I
Guess
love
what?
that.
In a manic episode, I'm gonna buy like 45 of those.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Yes.
sick?
Yeah.
I love that.
I can't wait.
Did your
I'm waiting
rapist
for the
kill
right like
himself?
career, like for like me to become like actually famous. So I could do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
like when
yeah.
Erykah Badu made like pussy candles.
Yeah, you have to
Like,
sell
that
those
would
at
be
like
like
a
my pussy.
theater.
Yeah.
You can't be like hawking that at a bar show.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
No, that's
you can't
sad.
do a 12-minute set on a
They'll
festival.
lose all they'll lose all the audience.
Yeah.
They'll be like, she's on us. No comics will show up.
Yeah,
Wait.
you can't be me in a mall comedy club and people who were just at the mall wandered in. And you're like, here's my merch about rape. Although
I
that
put
is
an
who I
asterisk,
already.
Yeah.
like, or where the A is, I put like a star.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a star.
Ooh.
Like Benedict.
So it's like casual.
It's cool. It's chill.
It's chill. It's
It's
funny.
chill.
It's
We gone through
funny.
therapy. We're
Yeah.
fine. It's chill. We're medicated.
Oh, wait. Can I ask though? Did
Sure.
your rapist kill himself?
To be continued.
Ooh.
Okay.
And never mind.
And never mind. And
XOXO.
XOXO Gossip Girl. All right, well, let's take a little break
Yeah.
and then we'll come back. Ooh, we got so nasty so quick. I love it. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. I hope your abuser dies. We're here. We're queer.
I don't
a little
know,
bit.
whatever.
Who cares?
It's cold enough to be.
Yeah.
Right. A body's a body, everybody.
Okay.
And that's being
Yeah.
single in New York City. So Leah has some hot takes. I would love to hear them. Go ahead.
Oh yeah,
The floor is yours.
Yeah.
I think that if someone cheats on you, sure you may stay with them. Teach his own. Rent's expensive. All that jazz.
Sure.
I think you are allowed to go like Pearl Harbor on them in return. Yeah, I think that's totally like because I had a guy ask me when he's like, "Well, if I cheat on you," and I go,
What a weird question.
right?"
know.
Yeah.
I was like, "But also thank you for like pre
Yeah,
you know?"
teeing it up. Yeah.
Right, and this was like our first date, and I was
Oh
like,
my
Right.
right, I was
Great.
like, it's the honesty for me, it's
Yeah.
the openness for me,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
That's me on the phone with my friends after a bad first
Like I'm
date.
in love with
trying
him.
to-
He told the
trying to
truth.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta be with him.
Yeah.
I said that's fine. I will cheat as well.
Yeah.
He goes, wow, really? I said yes, but see, here's the thing. I feel like they say all is fair in love and war. No. I go by. Don't start no shit. Won't be no shit.
Yeah.
If you start the shit, I gotta continue the shit, and,
Right.
and then I'll finish it. I'm not crazy, So like, if you cheat on me, let's say you fuck someone else, or even emotional cheating
Yeah.
through the
Yeah.
internet, that's fine. I don't care. I'm going to have a train ran on me by all your friends.
Yes.
And
your father.
And I'm robbing the father.
Yeah.
I'm stealing money from him. He'll give it to me.
Yeah,
He'll
of
tell me
course he'll
no.
give it to you.
Yeah, might fuck him too, but then I might fall in love because he's mature and
Sure?
he's got the money
yeah.
and all that.
Yeah,
He's like the finished version of the
Right,
guy. you're
Yeah,
and he's
dating.
like,
yeah.
here's what he could have been, and
Yeah.
I'm just kind of over the whole lineage right now.
Yeah.
And so, and also, I want the train ran on me on Facebook Live so his dad can
Thank
see and
you.
his
That's
grandparents.
right. Multiple
And
platforms.
every
Yes.
uncle.
And we can
Yes.
do IG for like whatever, his ex-wife or whoever,
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, and then I think that's okay.
I love that you're like,
I think that's enough.
okay. You're like, I'm not crazy, but I will fuck your father. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that's arguably crazy, but I'm there
Okay,
with you too.
But also, here's the tea, and this is what here's the thing. This is what a lot of men don't understand. Like, it's so crazy that, like, I feel like if you like a dude, y'all are, like, taken and adopted and shit now in good homes. and
have-
shit.
we
yeah.
I'm still at the shelter, and I'm
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
the walk-ins and the walkouts.
Yeah, we
okay?
foster to adoption.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
type shit.
Yeah.
Dudes, they think that if you just text them or follow up with them or even crazy sleep with them,
Yeah.
they
Right.
think you're obsessed with them.
I-
Like
I
you
know.
Yeah.
you can't live without them.
Yeah.
And so they also think that like they're the only dudes that will ever give you attention. I have never dated a man whose friends never tried to fuck me.
Right.
Never.
Yep.
Never.
Right.
Some, and depending on how good the guy is, the friend, and which, birds of a feather flock together.
Yes.
If the guy's
Yeah.
a good guy, his friends are good guys,
Yes.
which means that his friends will wait until after we break
exactly.
up.
Let's
But if
be
he's a bad dude,
respectful.
he's trying to fuck the day of. Like,
Yes.
he's like, yeah, homeboy ain't shit. Even
Yeah.
though we just hooped earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like, I've always had that. So I'm like, the train would be easy.
Dude,
Right.
guys
Easy.
know how much of a dog they are.
Yeah.
And then they look at you,
Yeah.
you're a beautiful fucking woman,
Right.
and they're like, the disconnect that everyone's
Insanity.
trying to fucking hook up with you all the
Insanity.
time.
Yeah.
And I had a guy who wanted to keep it open, and I was like, open for who? Have you seen me?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's dance, bitch.
Right. No,
Yeah.
my thing is I'm not even trying to be funny. If you meet me and you're interested in me, you have to cuff me immediately.
Right. I
You
agree.
have to, because I'm going to be someone else's bitch by next week.
Right.
It's just like,
As you should.
because I have to.
yeah,
or
you're
I'll
fielding
rob a
offers.
bank or something.
Yeah,
I'll do
yeah,
some weird
yeah.
single bitch shit. Like,
Yeah.
I have to be taken into a home.
Yes.
No,
No.
I have to.
It is like, you're so right about the thing where like every guy is like, oh my God, she's obsessed.
So obsessed.
Obsessed
I'm
with
just like
me.
texting you
I'm
like,
horny,
how's
I'm
your day?
ovulating, I'm just texting you, I'm talking to you, I'm drunk, or
Literally.
my Adderall is like coming down. Like, I'm just here, baby. Stop being weird.
Yeah.
I had sex with you because I was sad about another guy.
No,
Yes.
literally.
Oh.
This is not even about
Obsessed
you.
with
Yeah, you think I'm
this
like
is not about
building
you.
universes.
My dad from like 1994 texted me,
Yes.
and this is a lot for me.
Yes.
Like it's
You're a conduit.
no, literally.
You're a conduit.
It's not. I swear, everything every dude I've ever like had like a little hookup or whatever something with. I never like dated. Even if, actually, no. You can always tell the state of my mental illnesses and stability based on who I'm fucking with.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
if you,
huge.
If you
Yeah.
see me with someone, and it's like
Yeah, the best
check up on me.
Your
the
friends are
best
being like,
reflections.
no,
are-
yeah,
well,
no, don't
she's-
accept it.
We're
Actually,
like, well, actually, she's having a fun time.
The two best
Yeah.
reflections of your mental status are your haircut and your boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
If I start putting
Every
fun
time.
colors in my hair,
every time.
Yeah.
But if you're not enrolling in NYU theater department,
Yes.
we need to take you to therapy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got something going on.
Actually, when I started dating, and I had a breakup right before the pandemic, and it was someone I really loved, and it was a good relationship, and he just moved, and it was one of those breakups where it was like, fuck,
Right,
I
right,
like
right.
love this person. This sucks.
Right.
So I went back to dating again once it was like safe enough, and I immediately brought on a stray of like a drug dealer and
Yeah.
a guy who was bad at
course.
music.
Of course.
And Lizzie was just like, I think maybe you are developing like different feelings for them than they have for you. That's totally fine. That's totally
Yeah.
fine. That's actually fine.
Lizzie.
But that is what was happening. And
I
I,
had
just
to be like, I think this might not be real.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the weird drug dealer guy
that's
might not be being
cool.
honest with his intentions.
That's nice.
it was a good because I knew it. I knew it.
But
Also,
sometimes
that's
you
why you
gotta
need
do
to be
that
Yeah.
sometimes.
And that's why you need to be friends with women who have done that.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
reason I
Yes,
can
yes.
recognize that is because I'm that
Absolutely.
guy. Like, I'm that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Yeah.
was like fucking this guy who sold me weed for like 3 years.
And he sold
like,
it to you.
And
Yeah.
well, he started giving it to me.
Okay,
but he
yeah,
was selling
fine.
it-
Thank
he was still
God.
selling it
Good
to my
thing.
roommates.
Okay.
But he would like spend almost every night at my house, blah, 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 like everything. Like we were like, without the words, fully in a relationship,
Right.
you know?
Oh, the amount of relationships I've been in and not been in.
But he
is
wouldn't call me his girl.
astonishing.
Yes.
insane,
He
yeah.
wouldn't call me his girlfriend. He wouldn't say we were in a relationship. We would never like go out. We would just go, like be at my apartment, whatever. Like all the classic, all the typical signs. But I, first of all, was like 19, but also was insane and like a drug
sure.
addict.
Yeah,
so I was
right.
like, we're in love. You
For
know, I was
sure.
like, and I was doing that thing where I was like, he doesn't want to say we're in a relationship because he can't handle his
Right,
feelings.
right, right, right. It's too much
you
for him. Yeah,
know?
yeah. It's
If
too
you're
much.
because he,
saying
like-
that to yourself,
yeah.
bitch, reality check.
Literally just because he like got in a fight with the bodega guy who would flirt with me. So I was like, he's obsessed with me. And then one day we were in my apartment. I was still in college, so I was like going to the train to go to school. And he was like, oh, I have to go into Manhattan. I'll go with you. And I was like, and at this point, I like know where he hangs out. I know his schedule.
Right.
So I was like, what are you doing in Manhattan?
Manhattan.
And he goes,
Manhattan pussy.
he
Manhattan
goes,
pussy,
he
yeah.
literally goes, oh, I'm taking this girl to the movies.
See,
And I was like,
why are guns not legal here?
I was
Yes,
like, listen,
dude.
listen.
What?
I get that you said we weren't in a relationship. It's one thing if
That's
you're
so
fucking
mean.
other people.
That's really mean. That's rude.
so
Here's-
cruel.
There's 3 things to this. A, it's one thing if you're fucking other people. Whatever.
Lie.
I can already tell that you're going to be doing that. Whatever. It's another thing if you're taking another person to the movies, a thing you've never done with me.
Of course not.
2.
Yeah.
And 3, to tell me to my face
Crazy.
cruel.
that you're taking someone on a date when you've never done that with me, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
That's insane. And then like, so I go to class, whatever. I come out of class. He's like standing outside my school, the building, and he's like, I didn't go on the date, and like that was enough for me to be like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Oh, I would have gotten pregnant by him.
Yeah.
At that age too. Oh,
I know.
for sure.
God.
Yeah.
But that's
I
like,
did.
But I'm saying like,
Twice.
1825. Lessons
Okay,
take a little
you know what?
time to set
One
it.
was a choice.
Accidents
One was
An act out.
an act. I need attention.
an acting out moment.
but that's why I
For
can see that and be
real.
like, that's what you're doing.
Well-
But you know who can't do that? These fucking bitches who married their high school sweetheart.
Yeah.
They're like, you're in love.
Well, also, I think men believe that cheating is something that men do.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
like, you shouldn't be going out there and
Yeah.
doing things that I do because you're emasculating me by doing
Right.
that. And you're like, don't you think that
That's
I'm
crazy.
a whole person and you are whatever version of emasculating is for a woman? Don't you know that that's the same thing? but they're
Just-
like, well, you're not a person.
disrespecting
Well,
me.
it's just it goes back to the same thing of like when they think that women like we're not sexual, and if we are sexual, then we're whores. It's
Yeah.
like no, we carry the same traits as men. We're
Yeah.
just not as like demonic.
We're chill.
We're chill. We're more chill.
It's also
But
that
like, yeah.
thing that like misogynists say on podcasts. That's like a key that opens every lock is a good key, but a lock that opens for every key is a bad lock.
Shut the fuck
So it's like
up.
a
I
guy
got
that
some
fucks-
worn out keys.
Yes.
Yeah.
My body counts in the triples.
Also,
okay?
I'll tell you what. Just because a key goes in the lock doesn't mean it opens it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You feel me?
Yeah.
And what
Not
part
all
of
of
town is
you.
this lock
Most
on?
of you are slinging bad dick.
Oh
Literally,
my
terrible.
god! To get cheated on by a guy who slings bad dick is just
Also, when a guy
Got
with bad,
pregnant by one.
oh god. Mine had red hair. Me too. Oh my god.
The abortion, right?
Yes.
Me-
oh my god.
Yes. I was like,
you
get
guys
it
are the
out.
reason why redheaded people are dying out.
Yeah. Yes. I am
because they have the
single-
nerve to fuck. Which
Yes.
is crazy. Like,
I know.
that's insane.
And I was like, he's unique. And I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
ugh. He had a ponytail. Ugh.
Gross.
I was like, this one's gonna die in the sun, so might as well put him to death in the
Yeah.
doctor.
It's
Yeah.
also so funny that a guy who didn't make you come will think you're obsessed with him just because you had sex.
Yeah.
That's so disgusting.
What?
Yeah.
That's so disgusting.
You think I'm obsessed with you? That was 20 minutes of my time I could have spent cleaning my room.
Okay, and what kills me is the ones that like flush the condoms down the toilet.
Oh,
my
shut the
God.
fuck up
First
with
of all,
that.
not you fucking at the turtles.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's not the
Thank you.
straws.
What do they
It's,
do?
it's frat boys.
What do
Yeah.
they do?
And then too, they're
Wait,
like,
may I?
Yeah,
Oh,
please.
my
God.
Let's go, Mike.
Guys are flushing condoms down
motherfuckers
the
Yes.
are flushing
Yes.
condoms down the toilet
All
It's
the
so,
time.
It's, first of all, I don't
Really?
like it for
Yeah.
the earth, and
Yeah.
then two,
And that's like paranoia because they think they're
That
you're
they-
gonna
Yes.
scoop it out.
Scoop it up.
like
Yeah.
I'm a fucking scientist.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just
So
gonna fucking
stupid.
figure out how to like.
Also,
base
you
are
looked
ready.
at the everything about me and thought I wanted to have anyone's baby, let alone yours.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
And
Are
as
you
if you
kidding
wouldn't
me?
nut in me if I told you to.
You're
Like,
right.
let's stop the madness.
Immediately.
If I really wanted your
Yeah.
child.
Oh, you flushed the condom I made you put on?
Yes,
Yes.
that's
interesting.
interesting.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
From the club's bathroom,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that
God.
condom.
You're like,
And
I
then
can't
it's
find condoms. You're like, I have 65 of them.
And
they're taped to my
truly-
body.
And the guy that when it's always the guys that have the shittiest jobs. You know, like-
Yes.
Yeah, what are you taking? What am I taking of yours?
Yeah, this one dude was a server.
Yeah.
The other one was a bartender.
Yeah.
They're always in the service industry.
Oh my God, these
They're
guys
always
who
in
are
the
like,
service
women are just
industry.
after your money. That's interesting. Your apartment is a basement.
Yeah.
And your bed is a bev nap.
Yeah.
Like, let's fucking.
You know what's the worst one I've ever seen for me? I've had plenty of flush condoms, and I'm also kind of like, well, maybe that one might have been a good call on your part. But
right.
someone poured bleach in the condom once in front of me, and I was like,
Get outta here.
okay, I get you think I'm a whore, but wow.
No, but it's like, but that's also like, that's
my
not calling you
God,
a
that
whore.
hurt. Yes.
That's calling me obsessed with you.
Yeah.
That
think I'm
means
trying
you
to
have,
lock
I'm
you
sorry,
down?
you
Yeah.
have AIDS. Like
Yes.
that, and you're just really trying like to keep it cute
Yeah.
and not like
You
you're not on
Cloroxed.
prep or anything. Like you got something going
That's
on.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
insanity.
Yeah.
And you
Hey.
still fucked, right? Was it good?
Of course it was.
It was, right?
Of course
Bleached it.
it was. I'm going back to bleach condom
I
because
fuck with
it's-
that. I got eczema in my coochie, and bleach is good for
Yeah,
that. So I'm
hey,
down.
Oh.
listen, I got mites from someone once. We've
Oh my
all,
God.
yeah,
Oh my
Is that
good
what that
God.
is?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Oh
that's
my
actually my
God.
mites. Yeah. It's my little friend.
I hate it,
It's so
but I
disgusting.
support.
I'm a vessel for disease. All right, should we do Leah's next
Yeah, let's
segment?
take a break and then come
All
back
right.
and do it.
All right. And we're back. Shout out to my mites. Shout out
Oh
to
my
the
God.
bleach. I'll do a disease rundown later on a different pod for the Patreon or whatever. All right, Leah, you got another hot take for us?
Yeah. I don't have children, so because I
Famously, at this
Famously.
point.
Okay, right? Because you always date somebody with $50 or at least $800.
Actually.
Okay. But yeah, kids in strollers are like as big as me.
No.
I'm the size of a 12-year-old
Crazy.
boy,
Yeah.
and those children are in the strollers. And now I'm in New York, and so it's even worse. Like in
Yeah.
Texas, there was like farmland and shit.
Yeah.
But here, and usually the kids that are in the strollers are as big as me. They're working as they're being pushed.
Yes.
But here, they're just like there, and
Yes.
it's crazy to me. The moms have like these humpbacks.
I know.
because they're
Yeah.
fucking pushing these kids in the street. You can see the bottom of their shoe; it's worn down.
Yes.
the shoes are
You can
scraping.
walk.
No,
Yes.
literally, and
I love the Sherlock Holmes detective work of that. Looking at the shoes and being like, actually, clearly clearly this kid is mobile.
Well, because I see the smoke. I'm like, come
you're
on.
doing this.
I've seen a dude like come from working at the bodega and jump into his mom's car, and I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous.
And it's always a boy.
It's always a boy. It's
Yeah.
always a boy. The little
Yeah.
sister's pushing
I
it
was
at
gonna
you.
say the girl is helping
The little girl is
And, like,
pushing
getting
it.
yelled at.
Right,
Yeah.
getting
And
yelled
this is
at, being
why-
called a whore. She's
Yeah.
like 3.
And this is why men think if you give them a blowjob, you're obsessed with them.
Truly.
Yeah.
This is
Truly.
literally the square root of that.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Do you know what I
And
mean?
Don't swallow, girl.
Yeah.
Don't do that, because then they really will think that you just.
I
Like,
know, but I feel like it's grosser not to.
right. It's like go hard or go
Because if
home.
I do, I feel like it never was in my mouth. Like it just like disappeared. But then if I'm gonna spit it out, I feel like I have to hold it in my mouth.
And like run around. You're like,
I like dollop to the bathroom. I'm like, I'm so cute and dainty. To the bathroom.
I'm doing shots of bleach
I
at
was
the
gonna
same
say, you're
time.
pouring the
I'm like,
bleach
I don't
down
want it
your
in my
throat.
esophagus. I don't know where it's been.
Well, that's like if sex doesn't count if we use a condom. Like if
Yeah.
there's
Never
so,
happened.
Never happened.
That's fake. That's a
Never
vibrator.
happened.
That's
Yeah.
fake.
But yeah, I don't like that shit. It's
Vibrator
it's,
with a DUI.
I asked
Truly.
my boyfriend the other day, I was like, when we first started having sex, did we use condoms? And he was like, yes. He was like, when you start having sex with a new person, you use condoms. And I was like, yeah.
Yes, totally.
well, and you know what?
Totally, I do.
that's
I was like,
demonstrating-
Listen, I really liked you. You didn't have to.
Exactly, but that's demonstrating that women, we move like men. Like you only respect the person you're fucking if you care about them. Like
Yes.
I care about you, so I'm gonna like put a plastic wrap.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Put a what was it, a pussy dam or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, dental dam.
Dental dam.
I'm gonna throw
I like you.
throw a Target bag
Yeah.
in there and we'll be in love.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the kids that are in strollers, I always look at the mom. I'm like, this is weird. I don't care.
She's
for
not in a
this.
good relationship.
Yeah.
She's not in a good marriage.
Yes.
Her son is going to be raised to be a piece of shit.
Like a little
Yes.
king.
Yes, a very entitled, and that's my biggest qualm with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like anything that it makes the evolution of men
Yes.
being douchebags
Yes.
like
This is
that.
stepping stone to
I
failed
don't like
DJ.
that. No.
People talk about the male loneliness epidemic, the male
They're bitches.
entitledness epidemic.
Yes,
Yeah.
because of the moms.
Is fucking crazy, and it's their parents'
Their
fault,
moms
and more often than not, their moms.
And their moms are usually, the thing is, the moms are usually single, which is fine, but they're like low key like pathetic single. They're not like the single that's like
I know, pathetic
yeah,
singles.
not
they're
single
the
by
pathetic
choice.
single,
Yeah,
or
hard
they
to
have
watch.
husbands and their husbands are bitches.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
husbands are pussy. They jack off to like black.
They
Yes.
DM other.
Yeah, black strippers.
also, like,
yeah,
there's also
They
this
like
thing where,
photos
like-
of hot girls in front
Yeah.
of their wife's face, and you're
Yeah.
like, God,
Oh
just
my god, I saw
Yeah.
make a fucking fake account.
right.
I saw a fucking TikTok of this girl. This girl is like filming herself eating tacos, whatever, just like having a nice time. Her boyfriend's sitting across from her, but you can't see him. And then you just hear him go, "Man, that girl has great tits." And she like kind of looks at him and he goes, "Was that okay that I said that?" And she
Right.
goes, she's like visibly sad immediately. And she goes, "I don't care." And the guy literally goes, "That's why I love you." Because I can say things like that and
Because
you
you're a
don't
cool
care.
girl who
And
lets
that's
me
when you
demean
get that train in order.
Yeah.
And it's
And-
like,
yeah.
and it's like you let your
Okay.
husband talk to you like that, so now your kid is gonna talk to women like
100%.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like-
yeah.
Oh, I dated a dude who we'll have another day for all this. It's so much, but he ended up doing some wild shit and very disrespectful to me. But it made sense because when I met his dad. His dad talked about how fine these women were
Yeah.
right in front of the
Oh,
mom.
Yes.
always
And the mom
that.
wasn't too pretty in the face, so bless her. She had to
Yeah,
bless her
That's
heart
even
face.
worse.
Yeah.
Right. And I just saw her be like,
my God.
mind you, they've been married for like 50
It
years.
was Uncle Tony.
The fucking
Was being like, that
butterface
woman in the
mom.
wedding. Yeah.
Your poor butterface mom
Right.
being
Like,
all over.
damn. And I'm like, I can't even like fix her. Like,
Yeah. I can't watch it. I have
it was
trouble
bad.
watching
He just said it. It was like, damn, she's fine. And it was so awkward. I'm just looking at him like, and the guy I was with was like,
Yeah, that's my
yeah,
dad.
this sling tips.
Yeah,
high five.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
That is.
Dude, there's
That's
nothing
crazy.
grosser than when a guy and his dad are checking out women together.
Let's fuck each other, y'all. Like,
Oh God! Your
I
son
hate
is
that.
gay, and he's trying to pretend he's not.
Oh, for sure.
Everyone
100%.
knows.
Yeah.
Dude. I love the defense of single women at the beginning of this podcast, but I will say, like,
There's two types.
pathetic
There's two
single.
types.
There's
There
two
are.
types.
Like we said, there's two types of white girls.
Yeah.
There's two types
Yeah.
of pathetic.
There's like
I mean,
there's
single women.
cool-
There's two
there's
types.
like
Yeah.
busy single women and
Yeah.
then women that are single, and that's everybody's problem.
Yes.
There's a single girl that will try to fuck your friend, that will
Yes.
flirt with your friend's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a single girl that's like, look, I know I'm the single one here. I know y'all got y'all
I'm just here to
boyfriend.
have fun.
I'm just here to be cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing.
Let's
it's
fucking
nothing.
pass the
If you
blunt
got a
around.
friend, come bring it to me.
Yeah.
I'll scope him out. But if not, it's
there's
whatever.
your single friend that'll try to fuck your boyfriend,
Yes,
and then there's your
absolutely.
single friend that'll try to get you to break up with your
Yes,
boyfriend.
yeah,
Those are
yeah.
the two types of single
Yeah,
girls.
yeah.
And the pathetic single girl at weddings is always like, maybe next year. And I'm like, I can't do this with you.
No, fuck
Oh
the
my
bartender.
God.
There's
Keep
somebody at a
gassing
wedding.
you up
There's
constantly.
somebody at a wedding you can fuck with.
Also,
Yeah.
like, learn to bake or something. Like, give
Right,
me
right,
some,
right.
like, talk about literally anything.
Yes.
Other than maybe next year. I don't. What?
Yeah, I'm like, as a feminist, I'm embarrassed to witness
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
You're hot and have money.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And then
Yeah,
they're like,
cut it out.
Stop it right in front of me.
And they're like, does your boyfriend have any friend? No. No, he
Yeah.
doesn't.
And also, when that happens, I'm like, honestly, you're cool, but I don't think we're gonna be friends for that long.
No.
To where, like, if I do introduce you to like my dude's friends, that
Yes.
I want you around.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Also, the reason
You're a bad hang.
The reason
Yeah.
we're not gonna
Yeah.
be friends.
Yeah.
The reason we're not gonna be friends for that long is because that girl, as soon as she does start dating a guy, never talks to you again.
Never.
Yeah.
So like,
And
whether I have a choice in it or not, we're not gonna be friends for very long.
any issue that her and that guy go through,
Yes.
that's what the whole part's gonna be
Yeah.
about.
I know.
Like the entire time.
Yeah.
The entire time
Yeah.
about that shit.
And then the next week she's gonna bring him like nothing happened.
of course,
And we all
yes,
have to be
yes,
like,
yes,
hi.
yes, hi.
Hey, remember when
Glad y'all are
you
cool.
told me?
Hi.
Yeah.
Remember when you told me that art I bought as a gift for my friend was ugly?
Right.
Okay, well, nice to see you.
I
Right.
also stopped being like default nice to my friends' boyfriends.
Oh, I don't
Like,
talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's and if you've talked shit to me about your boyfriend more than 3 times, I'm not talking to him if we're
Yeah,
at the
for
same
sure.
event. I don't like that guy.
Because I'm gonna get drink and be like, so do you still hit her? It's
Yes.
fine.
Right,
we can,
right,
we can
right,
talk.
right.
It's fine. We can.
Oh yeah, let's talk.
I don't
about
have time
that.
to talk to people I don't like, and I don't like that guy who's mean to you.
Yeah, well, and also I don't know. Maybe I'm a little taboo for or like old fashioned, but like I just don't feel like I should be talking to any of my friends' boyfriends for like at least definitely not privately.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
For more than like 4
Oh,
seconds.
I would
Yeah.
hate that.
I just think that's awkward for me. Like
Yeah.
I don't-
Also,
Yeah.
it's like the only thing I have in common with this guy is you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know.
I
don't know
He's not
this
my
fucking
friend.
guy.
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah.
my friend. I do say you gotta fuck with people that y'all all kind of got like.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
bring the single bitch around the
Right.
couple
Yeah.
night.
Right.
Don't
Yeah,
do that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Right.
You know. If
I
you-
won't do that.
Or
And
even
it's just not fun for her.
Yeah.
It's not. Or even bring the young couple that's fighting all the time
Oh,
and just bring them into the
God.
married group. Like,
No.
nah, ain't
No.
nobody got time for that shit.
The
like,
40-year-olds play with the 40-year-olds.
Right, right.
And that's just how it is.
Right.
And it's beautiful.
Right.
I
Yeah.
love
It
them.
works out.
Great people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop making your single friends do boring bullshit because you
Yeah.
have to now that you're married.
Oh,
Yeah.
and also, okay, stop.
Ouch.
I'm talking about other kinds
Yeah,
of
I
married
know.
people.
No, I know.
Don't be like, oh, I have somebody. Like, okay, let's say like you guys invite me. I have
Yeah.
a friend for you. Why is it always a motherfucker that I've never even
I literally
showed you that I like a
literally
person
do
like
a
this.
bit about this because it happened to me so many times
Me
where I'm
too.
like, oh, the ugliest guy
It's-
you know.
Or at my old high school, that was like all these white girls were like, Leah, I have the perfect guy for you. It's the ugliest black dude.
Yeah.
And they,
Oh.
from another school.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's like
I'm
gay
like, I don't have
friend.
the car.
You're gay. Like,
Yeah.
here's a gay guy that
Yeah,
you might like.
yeah. They're like, oh, any black guy, that's gonna be her. I'm like, but I don't even. He doesn't even come. He's
That's so crazy racist.
Insane.
Also, I think,
Holy
like-
shit, that's crazy
happened all the time.
racist.
I also think like white girls. This
these
is so
bitches.
weird, but I think white girls who have never fucked a black guy or like don't know a lot of black people, they like can't tell if a black guy's hot.
yeah.
No,
know
these
what
were
I
girls that
mean?
just like black
Yeah,
men. Period.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like,
Yes.
I'll take any brown cock that
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
my
yeah.
way. So you
But
should too, because you're
yeah,
black.
that's what I'm
right?
saying though.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
why I'll
Black,
sleep
right?
with that
Right,
guy
right,
because
right.
they're like they just see that he's a black
black guy. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude, there was a woman at a show the
yeah.
other day.
7th grade. Yeah.
Ohio, tiny gold hoops, like cute jacket. She said the word black cock during her set like 5 times.
Oh my God.
And I was sitting there being like, oh my God. And like my black friend is in there and like just watching it. I'm like, I think he gets to punch her.
Yeah, that's some like. I mean, I say black cock just that one time because they would say black cock, but you can't be on stage as a white woman saying black, like actively being like, I fucked black cock.
100%
Yeah.
Ohio going black cock
That's-
over and over
that's
again.
Like, that's
Dude,
an
the-
auction.
I-
That's
it-
like some auctions talk.
Yeah, no, it was.
We got
The
black
amount
cock
of
for sale.
like
Yeah.
white girl comedians whose like act is about how they fuck black guys get
We see
lost,
you.
It's
dude.
call the
We-
60s,
Yeah,
okay, and
yeah.
the 70s and the
I'm
80s,
so-
and
ugh.
Yeah.
it's nothing. It's slavery. It's 1800.
Yeah.
Like that's not special.
Fetishing weird. It's weird.
It's really
bitch.
weird. Or even like white. I hung out with this white dude. He's a cop, Because I'm like, my career is taking off. I need to be with the ops now. I need to be with the fucking laws.
Yeah.
He's a white
Fuck
dude.
the police.
Yeah.
Right? And he was like, and I love when like people are like, hey, I'm gonna call the cops. Not that I get in situations where people should call the cops on me. But I'm like, I'm Candace Owens with the shit. I love the police. I love the police. Call them. I need them.
Oh, God.
I was just like, he was like, I love black women. And I was like, and you almost had me.
Right.
Like, you
Yeah.
can't, because then it's like, for you to tell me that you like black women, that's just like such a fetish. Like,
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's fucking weird.
Because I'm like, I just have to like be like your
feel like
stereotype for you.
Everything that's like that, like I used to date guys who were a lot older than me.
Yeah.
If every girl you dated before me was also my
yeah,
age,
yes,
that's
yes,
a no.
yes.
I love goth
I've-
girls.
yeah.
Right.
And I've dated black guys who've only ever dated white girls.
Uh-huh.
I don't like that.
Uh-huh.
I also
That's
am
weird,
like,
yeah.
I'm also like, if you only date white girls, that means I don't like the way that you like view black women. You know?
Right,
I'm like,
yeah.
you're like a bad guy.
Yeah,
you
I don't
know?
like
And
that shit.
I'm like, that means that you objectify white women and black women just in different ways.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
you probably suck, which is like kind of wild that you
Yeah.
think you have a choice.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
To like put, scratch
I'm
on
the
your credit card what you
Right.
want. Yeah.
There's Candace Owens got banned from Australia and New Zealand. I'm like, God, you are such a problematic
Dude.
bitch that you are being banned from entire countries.
that is one of those
That's
things that, like, if it
hysterical.
happened to someone,
Okay, yeah, that's some cunt
I
shit.
was just
Flag,
gonna say,
flag.
if
Yes.
somebody cool did that, that'd be so cool.
Right.
Like whenever a cool person is like, I can't go to Canada, you're like, wow.
Canada?
Yeah.
What the fuck did you
Those
do
are
to
my
get banned from
people.
Canada?
We don't ban
Well,
anyone.
anybody,
Right.
Yeah.
no, every American that has a felony can't
I
go
know.
to Canada.
Oh, my
Oh.
redheaded
we
boyfriend.
don't ban anyone. How about all my ex-boyfriends?
All right, sorry. And mine who got me pregnant, who drove to the border, and then we went to a hotel in Blaine, Washington, because he couldn't get in. But Candace Owens is like, she says horrible shit all the time, so
Yeah.
I'm not behind that. But I am behind her just being like, so I said it.
I know. That's how I feel the exact same way about her.
Women in men's fields.
And she's kind of like opened my eyes to like, yes, there's all these bloggers and YouTubers and all this kind of shit. And it's like, sure, like I've realized you don't have to agree with every fucking thing.
Sure.
Right.
Like, okay, don't come for me, or please do. Actually, I love the attention.
Yeah.
But
I
like
know.
Andrew Tate,
Don't call the
okay.
cops.
Right. I'm like, please take me home.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate, it's like obviously I'm not fucking with a whole bunch of shit, like the whole trafficking and all that. Yeah. But I
don't
do
fuck
fuck
with
with
that
him
here.
on this one podcast he was on. He was like, if you are a man and you don't make money,
Yeah.
and you're not going to
Yeah.
spend money on a woman, you are literally mentally ill if you think you deserve a woman.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Dude, a broken clock.
I was like, that's true.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Candace. I'm like, she be saying some wild shit.
Yeah.
But also she's like, yeah, and what?
Yeah.
I'm going to send you to my white husband. Yeah, I know. And our biracial children.
Her husband is white.
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 Yes.
Yes.
That's how I feel about, did you know about Dr. Umar?
No.
No.
All right. I'm going to keep my black thoughts to myself.
No, please.
Oh man, I want to know.
No,
no,
Dr. Umar, he's like totally against anything white. And,
Yeah.
and he's
Well, that's the line for me.
That's
And
right.
this has been a good pod.
He probably has his blog.
there was a video of him getting his a white woman getting his number, and Black Twitter went crazy. Black Twitter lost its fucking mind. But like he says a lot of wild shit that I don't agree with. But some things, he'll like he was like they were interviewing him and they were like, would you fuck with a black woman that's been with a white man? He was like, absolutely not. Oh, like her black pussy is now tainted. And I was like, type shit.
Well,
I said,
there-
I'm tainted.
yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah. There's like this thing too. It's like, okay, when people like have Candace Owens on a podcast or have a person who's like taboo on the internet
Yeah.
on a podcast,
Extremist, yeah, very much.
like I have my set of feelings about
Sure.
that, but I'm also like, it's going to be so entertaining.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
and
Absolutely.
if you are trying to build a following and you like battle
Yeah.
with Candace Owens respectfully, I'm kind of like, that is fun to
Yeah.
watch.
That's
Yeah.
why I watch Piers Morgan. I don't watch it for him.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
it's about to be some bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
Just sitting there like filing your fucking nails,
Yo,
being
no,
like,
literally.
oh, you
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gluing my wig
watching
on.
like Hassan Piker talk to Piers Morgan, I'm like, yeah, turn it on.
Yeah, turn that shit up.
Turn it on. I want to see it.
Fucking watching Bill Burr call Bill Maher a fucking old fuck. Oh, every day when I wake up, my
Yes.
coffee and
I can do your
that.
makeup.
Yeah.
Mhm.
God, this has been a great fucking time, guys.
Yeah, look at us. We did it.
Yeah.
We learned so much.
Where can people find you, follow you, all the things?
Tell them everything.
Yeah.
Well, not at Planned Parenthood because I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
Instagram at official Lea'h Sampson. And yeah, I have a link tree in my bio, and it has all my goodies in there.
Yeah.
And I have a special coming out next year, so.
Oh.
So follow the Instagram so you can see it when it comes out.
Yeah, get on the
Turn
Lea'h
notifications
train.
on.
Don't run the train on Lea'h, but get on the Lea'h train.
Yeah, well,
She's
if you don't
fucking
cheat
hilarious.
on me.
Right, exactly.
If your friend doesn't cheat on me.
Yeah, then follow her. She's so funny. Her stand up is great.
Yeah. Thank
She's
you,
an
guys.
absolute
Aw,
fucking
really
treasure. Lizzie, where can they find you, follow you?
Follow me on Instagram at Lizzie Cassidy, Lizzie with a Y at the end. I run a show called Comedians You Should Know every Wednesday in Brooklyn. Come to that.
Great show.
And listen to my other podcast, Close Calls.
Andrea Comedy 69 across all platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube, Respectfully Podcast. Good night.
Woo!